Pretty good? Okay. Yeah, okay, let me just start. Okay, this is my wife, Joko. Why don't you stand up, baby? Okay? She's my support. And they asked me to talk about Generation Y, because that's an exciting group to work with. Okay, you need to really understand that the Generation Y here, actually, people want to know exactly that. They bring a lot of spirit to your team, right? A lot of fire, a lot of spirit. I've been training and educating with my company on character education during the summer for kids, so it's wonderful. I mean, who's Generation Y, right? They're people that understand technology, right? These are people that are fast-paced. These are people that come on, every instant, everything, right? They want things fast, they can multitask, they're very sharp, okay? All right, and open-minded, okay? They're not blocked, right? They never heard about network marketing. They're wide open. Just show us an opportunity. Some of the parents are kind of stuck in so many ways, right? But they're not, okay? So they look at the world and they see it's changing, right? They see there's not enough money here, right, to retire, right? Generation Y, they look at there's no jobs at the end of their career. They're thought after education to get a career, but actually they're not finding good jobs. So they see that reality. All right, so before they were sold the idea, well, you know, go to school and, get a good job after school, and then you work 30 years and you can retire. There's the American Canadian dream, right? But actually, they look at that right now and they say it's not true. Most people actually have 8 or 9 or 10 careers before they retire, right? So they see it now, they see it. Here they are, they go to school, they come out and they're working at McDonald's, right? Or Burger King or Tim Hortons, they can't find a good job. They got that $29,000 debt in America. They got the $33,000 average debt in Canada, right? And the retirement is they can't. So now you look around and you see these people, they're 60, 50, 60 years old, still in jobs. I mean, I work the malls, and there's one lady come up to me, 68 years old, all right? She's got 2 jobs. So imagine that, Roddy, I'm 68 years old, and I need 2 jobs to support myself. That's your grandmas and grandpas out there, right? And they're not letting go. You look, if you fly around the world right now, you see stewardesses, they're 56 years old. They're not letting go, right? So they look at the cost of living rate. Your salary's stuck and it's increasing a little bit, but the cost of living is going up so much higher. So they see that. The Gen Y can see that. So they're looking for something, right? And they're looking at a certain criteria. They don't have a lot of money. They're staying at home. Most of them are living with their parents, right? You know, some of them can't even get credit cards, but they understand something. Low investment, high return. I want to have that. I want a low investment, high return. Show me something that does that. Okay? I don't want to work part-time or on my schedule. I'm busy. I got lots of stuff going on. All right? They want it fun. They want it exciting. They want to be surrounded by positive people, thinking people like us, right? And we give them some hope. So when you look at that criteria, what is it that we can offer them something? Wait a second. What is that? What's this here? Oh, Vemma can do that for you, right? These kids look at that and say, what is that? Vemma stuff, right? So we're going to show you. It's a good business. You can make some money, right? It's a healthy. If kids are into health, they're exercising all the time, right? It's energy. We got the best energy drink in the world, right? So they say, okay, and then the risk takers, like this. Now, you're not going to catch me doing that right now, but they do it, right? You see the extreme sports. They're flipping motorcycles, snow machines. They're jumping off 4,000 cliffs in Norway. So they know how to live on that side, right? So they have no fears, no concepts, just coach us, teach us how to do this stuff. That's all they want is good coaching, okay? So, there, you want that kind of spirit on your team. You want lots of energy, lots of zip, lots of pizzazz, right? How do I get these Generation Y? How do you get these kind of people to join your team? Teach them how to make money, right? So I've been doing that with my family. That's my family right there, right? I teach these guys how to make money. So I took them all to Las Vegas. They were all in the convention a few weeks ago, right? I say, okay, so they want to see the business. That's my daughter and her husband, Star Platinums, 22. She just turned 23 yesterday. Imagine going to college full-time in Minnesota. $30,000 a year going to school. Is that a cool thing? Going to school making 30 grand a year, that's a cool thing, right? Okay, no, back it up. Now, show these kids here, Brad. Hold that check up right now. $1.4 million. Do you think these kids don't want that kind of money? They're looking at that. They'll bring in Tom Alcazar and his wife, Bethany. If you look, $8 million plus, these kids are looking at that saying, I want some of that. I want to know how to make that. How do I do that, right? That's what they want, right? So they can do this, right? This is their whole goal, right? So they can do this. They want to learn how to make money so they can do what we just did, right? We took 3 mobile homes from the convention, went all around Arizona, to Nevada, California, went to see BK down at the home office, and we showed them the possibilities, right? Took them to the Grand Canyon so they can see the big picture, right? Took them to, remember when we made that comment last time, Ian said, Roddy, put me on the bus. Well, next year you'll see there'll be more mobile homes doing this. Okay, so we took them to San Diego to surf. My kids never surfed before, right? So they're up there on surfboards like this here in La Jolla. It was great, right? And we did two presentations with Vemma that you can write off in San Diego. So we took them up to Disney World. Okay, we did Disney World. We had a lot of fun at Disney World. Got them to sign with Mickey. Did another presentation in Los Angeles. As they're traveling around, they're seeing these mobile homes come in and saying, what the heck are you guys doing, right? We had them in the morning, and right after our morning, we get them up in the morning and we're doing exercise. Donnie, oh, stand up. Where's Donnie? Where's Donnie? He's here? Okay, Donnie gives the best workout you've ever seen in your life. 1 hour's boot camp like that, you're cooked, I tell you, right? But you think these cameras are looking at that? There's 22 of us, okay? And they're seeing these people every morning get up like this at every campground we stayed at. We did this kind of stuff. They're wondering, I wonder if my kids could do that. I'd like to see my kids in that kind of program. What kind of program you guys got, right? Well, I'll tell you what, we got this program right here, right? I mean, it's like, Bob has made this, and Linda's made this like a no-brainer. All you have to do is do the basic things and people get excited, okay? So how do you keep these guys going? How do you get these guys, all the Gen Ys, excited, right? Well, teach them how to make money. Show them some incentives. How would you like to drive a BMW? Right? 50 cycles, and you're driving a BMW. Well, they like that idea, and the company's paying for it. Oh, going for gold. We talked about going for gold, right? All expense paid trip down in Arizona to see the big picture of how it works. Right? We're doing successful generation. We have Jed down in San Diego. We got, Brad Alcaz in San Diego. We got Ian right here in Toronto with us right here, helping us, showing these kids how to do that. They want to see these guys. They want to talk to these guys because they want to see how they can do this, right? Encourage them. These guys need encouragement. They just need a little coaching, right? They get all fired up right now. You're going to leave this place all excited, and you go tell your friends, oh, God, we're going to make millions. Now, don't touch that stuff right now. Now, what's that? Never market, just stay on the old pyramid stuff. They got the cross up there like that. They come to your parents and say, Mom, Dad, listen, I just heard this thing was incredible, it was unbelievable. No, don't touch that. Don't even do that. Don't touch it. I tell you, just start thinking, I've never seen anybody make success. They're getting it all the time, right? They have these big dreams like this, and all of a sudden somebody steals your dreams. Don't do that. Don't steal their dreams. We already know that 3%, control 96% of the money in the world. Don't talk to the 97%, Encourage these guys to say, just stay focused. If I said to everybody in this room right now, listen, I'm going to write you a check for $1 million. You can't cash it for 5 years. All you got to do is this, but all the time. You got to do it. If you fail, you can't get the money. But after 5 years, if you can have $1 million, but everybody do the work, you do the work, all right? So you got to understand, we're dealing with a multi-million-dollar company. They just need some coaching. They need some guidance, right? Keep the momentum going. That's it. You got to make this thing fun, right? So when you look at what we just did, does it look fun? We have fun, honestly. I have a blast with my kids, right? We're doing things all the time, right? Oh, right now. Okay.